So we have our tic-tac-toe template from last week or from before the break. And as you recall, we have it set up with data validation so we can do either X's or O's. Now, let's suppose that we have in our first row all X's. Our goal is to write a formula so that in E5 it will put a yes, saying that there was a victory there. Okay? And so we're going to try and use an if statement with the and. So we say if this is true, so we say and what has to be true? So and, okay, so let's say that's B5 equals C5, comma, so if these two things are true, and C5 equals D5. So if the first equals the second, and the second equals the third, okay, so there's our condition. So if that's true, and then I'm going to say a yes. Else, I'm going to say a no. Okay? So let's see if that works. So we're saying if B5 equals C5, so X equals X, yes, and C5 equals D5, so these two are equal, yes, then if X equals X, X equals, then we're going to say yes, otherwise we're going to say no. Okay, so let's see if that formula works. And we hit it, and it did not work. Error, unknown range name Y. Okay. And so what did I do? I put in, well, I wanted it to say the letter Y, but I didn't put it inside of quotes. So it said, well, where is column Y? So if I have to do that for the Y for yes, I no doubt have to do it for the N for no. So put it in, and now I say, okay, let's try it now. And again, it did not work. So if and B5 equals C5 and C5 equals D5, print a yes, else print a no. So it's not working for us, and so this is very typical of what happens when you, but it is a little strange because if our if is working, it should do one or the other. And so we look around, ask us, are we doing the right things with B5 and C5? And so when this happens, then you say, well, I'll try something simpler. And if so nothing's showing up there, maybe I'll change the background color just for the heck of it, and I'll reset it. Okay. Oh, and then we see there is a Y underneath there. Okay, so I think that's something they're planning later on, is not to actually show it. So you see how the Y is there, and then, so they're being very sneaky. So if we change it to the background color to white, so they were using blue on blue, so it wouldn't show up. So, and they're going to use this later so that people, when they're watching the game, can't see what's going on. But for right now, we're going to keep this as it is. Okay? Now, if we have it like this, well, let's see what happens when we say O. Well, if the O is there, we get a no. What if we make the second one O? Should still get a no. But if we make all three O, we should get a yes again. So we've got a tic-tac-toe there. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is see if you can change these three columns so that they work, and maybe even down here so that the bottom, so that you get yeses, and practice a little bit with that. Okay, and that would be, so you're using that if. So if we look back again, we said an if, and we had, within the if, we said an and that had two things had to be true. So the B had to equal C in that row, C had to equal the D column in that row. If so, yes, otherwise no. And you see it didn't work for me at first either. So you just have to keep persisting to get things to work.